The world watches as China surges forward. It's not just about factories and trade anymore. China is building towards a new kind of power, the kind that comes with a mushroom cloud. China's nuclear ambitions are growing faster than ever before. For decades, the nuclear club was exclusive. The United States and Russia held the most powerful arsenals. But now, a third player is stepping onto the field. China's rise as a nuclear power is shifting the balance. China wants a seat at the table of global power. The world is watching nervously as the dragon bares its nuclear teeth. Nuclear power is about more than just bombs. It's about the technology behind them, the ability to launch them across continents. The United States and Russia still dwarf China in firepower. They have thousands of warheads, each capable of unimaginable destruction, but China is catching up, rapidly developing new and advanced weapon systems. China's nuclear arsenal is shrouded in secrecy. They don't flaunt their weapons like some countries do. But experts estimate that China possesses over 300 nuclear warheads. That's a far cry from the thousands held by the US and Russia. But it's enough to cause serious damage. And the number is growing every year. China's nuclear strategy is called minimum deterrence. It means they only want enough weapons to guarantee a devastating retaliatory strike if attacked. They don't believe in a nuclear arms race. But their actions tell a different story. China is constantly modernizing its arsenal, developing new and more powerful weapons. This approach makes them a wild card in the global nuclear balance. China's nuclear arsenal is built around a triad of delivery systems: land-based missiles, submarine-launched missiles, and bombers. This triad ensures that they can deliver a nuclear strike from anywhere in the world, at any time. Their land-based missiles are the backbone of their deterrent force. Buried deep beneath the Earth's surface, these missiles stand ready to launch at a moment's notice. The DF-41, for example, is a mobile intercontinental ballistic missile. It can travel over 7,500 miles, putting the continental United States well within its range. These missiles are mobile and difficult to track, making them a nightmare for enemy defense systems. China's Air Force is rapidly modernizing, and their nuclear-capable bombers are no exception. The H-6 bomber, a Chinese version of the Russian Tu-16, has been upgraded with new engines and avionics. It can carry a variety of air-launched cruise missiles, including those with nuclear capabilities. While not as stealthy as American bombers, the H-6K can reach targets across the Asia-Pacific region. Its long range and ability to carry a significant payload make it a credible threat. China is also developing a new stealth bomber, the H-20. This aircraft, still shrouded in secrecy, is expected to have intercontinental range and advanced stealth capabilities. When it becomes operational, it will significantly enhance China's nuclear strike capabilities. They are aiming for a truly global reach. China's nuclear journey began in the ashes of World War II. The world watched in horror as the United States unleashed the atom bomb. China found itself caught between the United States and the Soviet Union. Initially, China aligned with the Soviet Union. However, the relationship was short-lived. By the early 1960s, the Sino-Soviet split was in full swing. On October 16, 1964, the world held its breath. A mushroom cloud rose over the Lop test site in remote western China. The People's Republic of China had detonated its first atomic bomb, codenamed 596. The world was stunned. A new player had entered the nuclear club, forever altering the global balance of power. The test was a triumph for China, a symbol of national pride and technological achievement. It demonstrated their resolve to stand shoulder to shoulder with the world's great powers. But it also sent shockwaves through the international community. The West, already wary of communist China, grew increasingly concerned about their nuclear ambitions. The test had immediate geopolitical repercussions. For decades after its first nuclear test, China maintained a relatively small and unsophisticated nuclear arsenal. They adhered to a policy of no first use, pledging never to be the first to use nuclear weapons in a conflict. Their focus was on deterring attacks and ensuring their own survival in a world dominated by nuclear superpowers. However, as China's economic and military might grew, so too did their nuclear ambitions. The collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991 removed a major constraint on China's geopolitical aspirations. They were no longer content to play a secondary role on the world stage. They sought recognition as a major power, one with the military muscle to match. China's nuclear ambitions aren't just about bigger bombs, it's about smarter missiles. Missiles that can travel farther, faster, and evade any defense. That's where the People's Liberation Army Rocket Force comes in. This elite branch of the Chinese military controls the country's nuclear arsenal and is central to their growing might. The Rocket Force isn't just about launching things into space, it's about precision strikes on land and at sea. They're developing missiles like the DF-26, dubbed the Guam Killer. It can reach US bases in the Pacific with pinpoint accuracy, threatening America's ability to project power in the region. China's rapid development of its missile forces has alarmed the Pentagon. Imagine a weapon that travels at 5 times the speed of sound. Too fast for any defense system to intercept. That's the terrifying potential of hypersonic missiles. China is rapidly closing the gap with the US and Russia. Their hypersonic glide vehicles are particularly worrisome. Launched atop ballistic missiles, they glide back to Earth, evading interception. They can strike targets anywhere in the world with little warning. This technology represents a paradigm shift in warfare. Beneath the waves, another aspect of China's nuclear program is taking shape. Their submarine fleet is rapidly modernizing, equipped with a new generation of ballistic missile submarines. These silent hunters are designed to roam the ocean depths, carrying with them a deadly payload. China's Type 094, Jin-class submarines armed with JL-2 submarine-launched ballistic missiles represent a significant leap forward in their capabilities. These missiles have a range of over 4,000 miles, giving China the ability to strike targets across the Pacific, including the continental United States. The stealth and mobility of these submarines make them incredibly difficult to track and neutralize. They represent a potent deterrent, ensuring that China can retaliate against any nuclear attack. China isn't just catching up in nuclear technology, they're aiming to surpass their rivals. They're investing heavily in fields like quantum computing and artificial intelligence, technologies that could revolutionize warfare. Quantum computers could crack the codes used to secure military communications and control systems. Imagine a world where China could blind its enemies' defenses, leaving them vulnerable to attack. This is the potential of quantum warfare. China is also pouring resources into AI-powered weapon systems. Imagine autonomous drones capable of identifying and engaging targets without human intervention. The world is on the cusp of a new technological revolution, and China is determined to be at the forefront. China's nuclear rise isn't just about military power, it's about prestige, it's about respect. China wants to be recognized as a global leader, not just an economic powerhouse. And they understand that in today's world, nuclear weapons are the ultimate symbol of power. For decades, China played a secondary role in global affairs. They were content to focus on their own development, avoiding confrontation with the West. But those days are over. China is now a major player on the world stage, and they're demanding a seat at the high table. Their growing nuclear arsenal is a key part of this strategy. It gives them leverage in international negotiations, allowing them to speak with a louder voice on issues that matter to them. Nowhere is China's nuclear rise felt more acutely than in Asia. Neighbors watch nervously as the dragon bares its nuclear teeth. Japan, South Korea, and Taiwan are seriously concerned. China's missiles and submarines threaten US bases in the Pacific. The dragon's shadow looms large over Asia. China's rise as a nuclear power has profound implications for the global order. For decades, the world was dominated by the United States and the Soviet Union. This bipolar system, while often tense and dangerous, provided a degree of stability. Each superpower acted as a check on the other, preventing large-scale conflict. The collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991 left the United States as the sole superpower. But this unipolar moment is fading. China's emergence as a major economic and military power is challenging the established order. The world is transitioning towards a more multipolar system, one with multiple centers of power. This new world order is more fluid and complex. China's role in this new world order is still being defined. Predicting the future is a fool's game, especially with nuclear weapons. China's rise as a nuclear power is not a blip on the radar. It's a seismic shift in the global balance of power. Will China's nuclear arsenal continue to grow? Will they surpass the US and Russia in numbers? These questions keep strategists up at night. The answers depend on China's economic growth and external threats. China is not afraid to challenge the status quo. They are asserting themselves on the world stage. Their nuclear arsenal is a symbol of their determination. We stand at a crossroads. The decisions we make today, the paths we choose to follow, will determine the course of the 21st century and beyond. Will it be an era of cooperation and shared prosperity, or one of conflict and chaos? The stakes have never been higher. But amidst the uncertainty, there is also hope. Humanity has faced existential threats before and emerged stronger. We have the capacity for reason, for compassion, for finding common ground even in the face of seemingly insurmountable differences. The future is not preordained. It is a universe of possibilities waiting for us to explore. The choice, as always, is ours. Let us choose wisely.